What if the key to your wellness isn't hidden in labs or long medical diagnosis, but in your own voice? From emotional blocks to energetic imbalances, learn today how tuning into your voice can become a spiritual path to healing, clarity, and transformation. You want to stay tuned for this 5 Minute Spirit Reboot with Matthew Einsohn, who's a traditional naturopath, international iridologist, and bioenergetic specialist. Welcome, Matthew.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Matthew, as someone who has sat behind a mic for the last 20 years, speaking to callers, I totally understand how the voice carries a vibration, a resonance, and a spiritual truth. But how does it reveal what's happening in someone's emotional, physical body?
Well, like Nikola Tesla, who's a huge inspiration to me, he said everything is energy and vibration. So imagine, right, when you're speaking, there's so many layers to it, right? There's your intention, there's your thoughts, and all those are converted into electrical signals. And so those vibrations get harnessed and put into and reverberate throughout your organs and systems.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What called you into this field of work?
I'm a third generation. I was doing muscle testing when I was 12 years old. I got my first frequency device when I was probably 16, 17, and I was still into the voice technology and frequency medicine. I was like, oh my God, I can actually take this new program that I found and design a way to actually get input from the voice on a both physical and emotional level and spit out this really amazing voice report that breaks down all the organs and systems and percentages. And it's really incredible.
That leads me to my next point. I understand you co-designed with your wife,
Yes.
Michelle, the VoiceWise Report, which helps individuals accelerate healing from inside out. Tell us how it works and what makes it so transformative.
The transformation is using all of our experience from the scientific community on blood tests, x-rays, MRIs, CAT scans, PET scans. And we really wanted to produce something that someone could easily use from their home and be able to use it without needing a doctor to move through their own healing support. And all you have to do is do a 15-second recording, take a selfie, and then we move it through our system to scan the voice against thousands of other people. And every organ has a specific vibration that it vibrates at if it's healthy.
I read somewhere that you said symptoms like stress or pain are messages rather than problems.
Oh,
Can,
yeah.
can you explain the deeper story they tell?
Absolutely. It's interesting. A lot of people want to know, oh, this is what I am. I'm ADHD. And it's like, well, you might be, or a lot of ADHD people, they don't realize this, that they might have just poor sleep. That if they got better sleep, the ADHD would calm down. And they noticed that in 70% of ADHD people. We need to go back to the basics: air, sleep, food, all these basic things. And that's why we base the VoiceWise off of those 5 pillars. And so when we first started our practice, we started with breast cancer patients. And a lot of people come to us and say, oh man, I have breast cancer. I've been diagnosed. Okay. And just so you know that we're not going to work on the breast. And they're like, wait, what? Why? And I'm like, well, that's a symptom. Well, no, it's a diagnosis. I got diagnosed. I'm like, no, that is true. It is a diagnosis, but it's still only a symptom. Your breasts are just lymphatic tissue. And so the body is going to prioritize saying, well, I don't want toxins in my liver. Where am I going to put them? Well, I'm going to put them in an area that doesn't have any major function like the liver, right? The liver does over 1,000 things a day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to start then dumping toxicity into the breast lymph area, and then it's going to get backed up. And so it's going to prioritize where it moves toxicity.
So where can people find you in the VoiceWise Report, Mr. Matthew Einsohn?
The simple place is wisdomos.app.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. I love it. If you like this episode and you want more, Remember, you can subscribe to our podcast on your favorite forum. Please share it with your family and friends. We'd appreciate that. And remember, you can tune in to Your Spirit each and every day at the Radio Medium Laura Lee Show by going to radiomediumlauralee.com.